So whether we like it or not, wigs are here to stay, and we don't have to always take them to a stylist or take them to a salon to work on it before we can get that desired look that we want. There are certain cheap products and also product that you can use or equipment that you can use to achieve that on your own at home, and it not only save you the stress, but it saves you also the time and the money that you use to take them to a hairstylist to revamp them or restyle them for you. So in today's video, I'll be talking about the various equipment products that you need to style, to get that look or to change the styles of your wig as you desire. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome, and to my old subscribers, you guys has been amazing. I really appreciate your likes, your comments and your support. And in today's video, I'll be talking about the Wigcare essential, and it is a requested video from one of my lovely subscribers, and she asked me to do talk about the essential wig care products that or pigments or tools that you need for your wig, especially for wig wearers. This one is not for professional, but if you are a beginner, maybe you are just starting, you want to take wig making as a profession, this also will be very beneficial to you. But I am really doing this video for those that they are not professionals, they don't know how to make wigs. So the things that they need to either to keep their wigs on point and to always style their wigs, so this video is for them. So I've written down the things here so I will not forget. If you are hearing any funny noise, it's raining here, so please ignore the noise. So the first one, the first wig care essential or product that you need is you need a wig bag, or you can call it wig bag or wig hanger. Guys, this is very, very important, because a lot of people just just throw their wigs all over the place, and it's not always good for your wigs, because it will just either it will make your wigs to always look rough, or anytime you are going out you are always looking for wigs to wear. And also some people, they say, okay, you have mannequin, you can put them in the mannequin, but how many mannequins do you want to buy? And you might just you just see wigs styling, and if you have a little child in the house, it might get scary. So that is why this wig bag and or wig hanger is very, very important. You can even put up to like 3 weeks if you know how to arrange them. And also why I like this wig bag is that whenever you are traveling, it's very, very easy. It makes it easy for you. You just arrange it very well, and you will put comfortable in your box or in your bag, and it will stay very flat there. So this wig bag is very, 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 very important, the essential that I first of all mentioned. So, and it ranges between 1,500 to 3,000 naira. The second one I'll be talking about is a straightener, which we also known as stretcher. That's how we call it in Nigeria. We call it otong or straightener or stretcher. Stretcher also is very important as well, but it's just that there are other products that are beginning to come out, but you need a stretcher, because there are sometimes that you want to straighten your wigs and you might not have that time of taking it to a stylist. It's a very simple thing to do. You just straighten it like this hair now. If I want it straight, I can just use a straightener and straighten it and get that desired sleek and straight look that I want. And also you can use it for your closure as well. So straightener is very, very important, and there are different types of straightener. There are cheap ones and there are not so cheap ones, and I am kind of like the type of straightener that they are producing now in the market. Is very, very flat, so it will give you that very sleek and straight look that you want. And also you have the small one and you have the big sizes, so I will leave pictures for you to see the ones that I'm talking about. And some of the straighteners that I know that are very, very good, they have a Sona is good, and also is affordable as well. It ranges between 4,000 to 5,000 naira. Then also Johnson is good. That is what I use, but it's just that Johnson is kind of scarce in the market right now. But if you come across Johnson, is a very good straightener. It's very, very hot. And also Nova too is good, and Nova has small size and it has a big size as well, and it ranges between 3,000. Those small ones ranges between 2,500 to 5,000. Then the big ones ranges between 4,000 to 5,000 naira. But it's just that Nova, you have to be very careful because it's like they are kind of fakes of Nova in the market. So you just have to be careful when you are buying Nova. So the next product I'll be talking about, which is also very, very important, is hot combs. Hot combs are trending right now because of how it's, it does very good to closures and frontal. Right now most of the wigs that we have now is made of closures and frontal. So hot combs is very, very important. Like, it's even better than straight using a straightener. With hot comb, it's easy for you to get that very flat closure or frontal. It styles closure and the frontal, makes them very flat and sleek. So hot comb is very, very important. It's something that if you can afford it, I really recommend you invest on it. Like all those very sleeky and nice closures on frontal you see on Instagram, that is what they use to style them. Hot combs are trending because of how they make frontal and closure very, very fine and flat. And also it has different types. There is one which I'll be leaving the pictures as well. There is one that is not so cheap, but that one is very cheap, is affordable. Then also there's another one that is kind of expensive. The other one that is cheap, that one is kind of very light, and also it's affordable, and it's between 3,500 to 5,000 naira. Then the other second one, that one has more weight and has a better quality. That one ranges between 9,000 to 12,000 naira. It depends on where you are buying it from, but I really recommend hot combs for you if you really want to have that, Instagram sleek closure and frontal that you see. Invest in hot combs. They are very good as well. It makes achieving that very flat closure and the frontal easy for you than using a straightener. So the next equipment I'll be talking about, Wigcare tool and product I'll be talking about, is Coiler. Coiler also is very, very good and also is important, especially if you are somebody that loves deep big waves. That's if you are a lover of body wave, or you have a body wave hair like something like this. Now if I want it to be coilier than this, I want it to be bouncier than this, or you are a lover of bouncy coils, you need to invest on a coiler. It's very, very important. And also there are coilers that are 2-in-1, like it's also is a straightener and at the same time is a coiler, and I will leave the picture. Nova has that type of coiler. It comes as a coiler and it also comes as a straightener, so you don't stress yourself of buying a straightener separately and coiler separately. The two works together, so it saves you the money of buying straightener. And this also brings me to the next important tool that you need. Also is a coiler as well. So if you cannot afford to get the iron coiler, that is the electric one, you can get this one, which we all know and which has been in the market for years. It's a bending rollers. Bending rollers also is very, very good in bringing back your coils, defining your coils back. If you cannot afford to buy a coiler, and it ranges between maybe 1,000 to 1,500 naira. I cannot really remember, but I don't really use it. I prefer using a coiler. So the next one I'll be talking about, another important tool that you need for your wig care, is a blow drying brush. Like I cannot do without this brush. Anywhere I go, I always carry this brush because it's one of the the important tools of achieving a very silky, straight hair that you desire. Like if you want to get that very straight and silky hair, like you need this brush in your wig care. Like you need it. Is one of the very important wig care essential that you need, which I also used it in one of my videos on how to straighten your hair, and I will leave the link in the description box. This blow drying brush is something that even when you don't even use a straightener, you can use it and achieve that straight look. Or sometimes if you really want to achieve that very silky straight hair, just start with this blow drying brush. It will straighten the hair first before using before using a straightener to straighten your hair. This brush is very essential for you. Also very affordable, and it ranges between 600 naira to 1000 naira, and there are other different types, and there also the electric one as well. So if you really want to invest more, you can try out the electric one. Is also good as well, and it makes the job easier for you, but it's just that you cannot use it without electric. So that is why the other one also is very important. But if you can invest in the two, it's also very important. So the next tool I'll be talking about is electric brush. Electric brush is just almost similar to the blow drying brush that I just mentioned. Electric brush is also very important, and also it's, if you are somebody that is not patient, like you don't have that patience of using a straightener, I really recommend this electric brush for you. It makes the job easier for you. Like this hair now, if I want to achieve that straight hair, I will just plug it and start using it to brush it, and as you are brushing it, your hair will be getting very straight and silky. So if you don't have that patience of using a straightener, this one is a very faster method for you to achieve that very straight and sleek look that you want without any stress or any burning. So it's also a good wig tool and wig care essential to invest on. So the next one I'll be talking about is mannequin. Mannequin is also very important, but that is why I didn't mention it in the beginning. It's also very important, especially for those that are maybe you want to start making wigs yourself. And also it's still important as well, because you need something that you can use to place your wig to work on it. So it's also very important, and I would really recommend the mannequin head that comes with this clamp, which I will leave a picture, so that you can use it anywhere, you can fix it anywhere. But that's for those that are not professional. But if you are a professional, it's advisable you get a wig stand. But if you are not a professional, get this mannequin that comes with a clamp. That's product, that's a clamp that you can fix it on a table, you can fix it anywhere, and you straighten your wigs or do whatever you want to do. So mannequin also is very important. So the next product I'll be talking about is brushes and combs. These also are very important, because they are the ones that will save you from tangling of wigs and of your woman hair and all that. Because the more you brush your hair, it saves you and gives you that desired look, and also save you that trouble of tangling wigs. So you need different type of brushes, which I'll be leaving pictures. Also need a detangling comb as well, and you also need a small straight comb that will still give you that very sleeky and straight look that you want. They are very important for your wig care essentials. And the next one I'll be talking about is hand dryer. I'm mentioning hand dryer as the last part because it's not so really important like that, especially for your wigs, because it's not always advisable to use them on your wigs, because it's not good to avoid heat. So even when you finish washing your wigs, you can just dry them, keep them, and let fresh air come into it, and they will get dry. But except maybe you need that wig urgently, and maybe you want to do something fast, or you want to wear it somewhere, you can use it. And also it's very good it's also good for your natural or relaxed hair, but it's not always advisable to use it at all times. So it's also very important. And there are also very good types of hand dryer. We have Sona, we have Nova, we have Equator. Like I use Nova, and it's very good as well. And the last one I'll be mentioning is a wig stand, and I will leave the picture of the wig stand I'm talking about. Wig stand is important, but I don't really like it because it's not always very strong, so it doesn't really hold wigs, especially when you place wigs that are very heavy. It doesn't really hold them, it can fall, it doesn't balance well. So but also it's very good as well, maybe especially when maybe you are traveling or you just finish styling your wig, and you don't want it to be rough. You can use it, but it's not really a guarantee, but it's also very good as well. And lastly, you also need products like to apply on your wigs to make them last for you and make them give you that desired look that you want, which I have a separate video on that, and I will leave the link in the description box. Check out that video to know the type of product that you apply on your wigs to give you that look that you desire. So these are the very important wig care tools, products and essentials that you need as a beginner or as a non-professional for your wig care, because these are very, very important in making your wigs and also making your hair come out that desired look you have. Like I always say in my channel that it doesn't matter if your hair is expensive or cheap, maintenance is key, and these are the products that you need for maintenance. So if you have any question, feel free to ask me in the comment section which one is your favorite, what are the wig products that you cannot do without. Let me know in the comment section. And if you have watched to this point and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye for now.